Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. My name is Josh Strife Hayes. I'm an online Neverwinter streamer, and in this video I'd like to talk about the question that I get asked the most, which is quite simply, how do I make Astral Diamonds? So to fully explain that, Neverwinter has approximately 5,000 different currencies, and of all those currencies, only 3 really matter. Zen, Astral Diamonds, and Gold. Gold, you're going to be rolling in by the end of the game anyway. It's used for almost nothing, possibly removing some enchants from your armor, maybe buying things from merchants. What we really care about is Astral Diamonds, which is the premium currency that you can earn in the game, and Zen, which is the premium currency that you can either buy with real money or buy using Astral Diamonds. But you cannot earn Zen in the game. You can, however, earn Astral Diamonds. So that's what we're going to do. In this video, we're going to look at the way that I earn Astral Diamonds. Now, I need to say this straight away at the start of the video. In any MMORPG, ever, the best way to earn lots of money is to play and complete quickly the hardest content in the game. No matter what you're playing, as soon as someone says, how do I make money? Someone else will give you the answer, oh, just get a group of people together and go and do the hardest dungeon. Which is great if you can do that. I can't. I can't even access the hardest trial yet. So what do we do? What do we do? What do the mid-range players do? What do the new players do to make Astral Diamonds? Well, I'm going to show you. It's not ultra quick, but it is consistent. So press K, bring up your available queues, and you'll see at the top here it says random. Now every day you can do a couple of random queues. See, I can't do the random heroes accord because I'm not eligible to join all those, but I can do the trial, the epic dungeon, the skirmish. All we care about right now is dungeon and skirmish down here. Let's click on regular dungeon. So you'll see that the first time you do the random daily dungeon, you get a bonus of Astral Diamonds. You get 9,000. And if I click on skirmish, the first time I do a skirmish, I get 7,500. So I'm going to click on dungeon, click there, and join the random queue. It will activate almost instantly, because this can pair 3 of anyone together. We've loaded into Cragmire Crypts. You don't get to choose the dungeon, it will just put you in one that you can do. Now when we're in the dungeon, the first thing I do is inspect the 2 people that I'm running with, and I'll explain why in a moment. So I'm going to inspect this guy. You'll see here he's level 23 but pushed to 19 instead. Okay? And Af down here is level 70 pushed to 19. I am level 70 pushed to 19. Being pushed to 19 means you will fight at that level for the time being. It doesn't actually affect that much. Level 70 is me and this other guy. We are still going to rip through this dungeon like it's not even a problem. The other guy is going to be carried by us. Now this is a bit of etiquette, guys. If you load into a dungeon and you are the high level and the other 2 players are both low level, maybe ask them before you rip through the dungeon if they want to be carried through. Otherwise, you're going to ruin their experience. You're going to run through the dungeon, kill everything, and they're going to have no fun whatsoever. If you log in and everyone is a level 70, then they're all doing this trick to earn Astral Diamonds, so don't worry about it. Just run through, rip through everything. But don't ruin a new player's fun. Now I'm going to run through, finish this dungeon, make sure I kill a few things, but leave a couple of enemies for the new guy to do. I want him to experience the actual game. When I get to the end of this dungeon, I will gain my daily Astral Diamonds for doing my first random dungeon. I'm going to speed this video up now, and we will do this whole dungeon now. As we are only running the basic dungeons, you can be placed into any one of multiple, and they're all pretty simple. Now, I actually made sure to go back and run with the lower level guy, just to make sure he didn't feel lonely. Remember, don't spoil someone's fun in the pursuit of money. Right, so we've done our daily dungeon, or the first daily dungeon, which gives us all the bonus Astral Diamonds. If I go into my inventory, you'll see I've got 10,000 rough Astral Diamonds, which weren't there before. So now let's press K, open the queues again, and this time queue for the random skirmish. Simply choose the skirmish and join the random queue. It should pop again pretty quickly. Now, there we go, straight away. If we get lucky, it's going to stick us into Illusionist's Gambit. We didn't get lucky, it's Master of the Hunt instead. It's not a problem. Now, one of the only reasons people do skirmishes is to gain the daily Astral Diamonds for doing a skirmish, so even if you are the highest rated DPS, don't worry about ripping through this. The whole point is combat. You don't need to specifically hold yourself back to make other players feel better about this. You can just run through and do as much damage. I mean, for example, I'm specifically built as a glass cannon DPS, and right now, if we clear this first group of enemies, we'll check. I'm on 1.7 million DPS. We're going to run through this as fast as we can, and then as soon as I finish this, we'll talk about how we use the skills we've gained to gain even more Astral Diamonds and get around the annoying daily refining limit. So I'm going to go and finish this skirmish. I'll speed the video up now. Remember, if you are level 70, you will get placed into a level 70 skirmish, so get ready to help your team and fight as well as you can. Right, so we have just finished the skirmish. If you are level 70, well geared, it is your responsibility to help get your group through this as fast as possible. I'm not showing this to show off, I'm showing this as an example. I did 10 million damage in this one, next person did 3. I was capable of doing that damage, so I pushed as fast as I could. If you are the highest DPS, it's your responsibility to get through this skirmish. Let's see if we get anything good from the treasure chest. We got a Hunt Master's Cloak. I don't know if that's any good, but we got some rough Astral Diamonds as well. And we then got the random Q reward. You can see on the screen it says bonus 7,500. So if we have a look at our Astral Diamonds now, you'll see that I've got 19,000 rough Astral Diamonds that were not there before. I can now click Refine. Brilliant. I've earned myself some Astral Diamonds. Excellent. That's what we needed. We've got the Astral Diamonds. But that's not good enough. We need more. We need far, far more than just that. Well, what can we do? Okay, so this is where the trick comes in, and this is where the time-consuming part comes in. Change characters. Choose another toon you've got, and do it again. Now, I've got several toons here. All good to go. Let's choose my Warlock and log in as my Warlock. Because this is also going to show you what happens when you are not the best in the group. I've been very lucky with those two groups I've just got. So let's log in as the Warlock instead. And I'm going to do exactly the same thing. I'm going to go through my daily dungeon and my daily skirmish. I'm going to earn roughly 17,000 Astral Diamonds from doing that. And it's only going to take me a few moments. Now, when I was playing on my Hunter Ranger character that you just saw, I was the DPS. I was carrying the group. We're going to queue up, go to random, click dungeon, and join the queue. It pops immediately, we go in. If we're lucky, we'll get the Cloak Tower. Cloak Tower is one of the easiest ones to run through. This time, I am not the DPS. I am not the main character anymore. I'm going to have to hope that one of the two other players that's being put with me is a level 70, is doing this exact trick, and is going to help rush through the dungeon. We're in Cragmire Crypts again. I'm going to investigate and inspect the two other people. We've got Cassie and Jen. Let's have a quick look. So inspecting. Yep, level 70 reduced to 19, and Jen is a 70. Absolutely fantastic. So now we're just going to sprint. We're just going to run all the way through these dungeons. I'm just going to follow these guys. They're going to do all the damage for me. I'm going to do nothing. And when we get to the end of this dungeon, we will gain our Astral Diamonds again. So I'm going to speed the video up now and just follow these guys through. I'm not going to do almost anything. And the reason I'm not doing anything is not because I'm lazy. It's because I'm useless. Look, if I try an attack, by the time I do anything, the level 70s are going to have ripped it apart. I'm not waiting around because I'm lazy. I'm waiting around because my DPS is going to be so insignificant compared to theirs, you're hardly going to notice me doing anything. My Erin, yes, my companion does more damage than I do. Thankfully, because we're not doing epic dungeons, because we are doing regular dungeons, the level 70s are not going to notice. I'm not a hindrance. I'm not a burden on my team. If this was epic dungeons, this would be a different story. If you're running through epics and not helping your team, then you are a hindrance. Then you are just dead weight. But regular dungeons like this, it's not even about pushing forward as fast as you can. It's just about following the higher levels. So run behind and finish the dungeon. I'll speed the video up now. I'll catch you guys at the end. Remember, no matter which dungeon you get placed into, it is not an epic dungeon, it is still a basic level dungeon. Because of this, anyone even remotely geared above the level should have no problem at all running through it. Help as much as you can, but do not feel any pressure. Do not feel worried that you have to carry your whole team. This whole method is about gaining Astral Diamonds if you aren't able to do the hardest content in the game. We only expect you to try and be as good as you can be. Don't get worried about being the best. Just do as well as you can and help your team. Right, so we've just burned down the dungeon and we can see the random queue rewards have the bonus of 9,000. So if I bring up my inventory, you'll see right now I've got 9,415. Not going to open the chest because I do not have a standard dungeon chest key, but that was my second toon, ran through the second random dungeon. And just like the first toon, I'm now going to queue up for a random skirmish. I'm not doing the epic dungeons because it takes too long for the queue to pop, and you've actually got no guarantee that you're going to get a group that's capable of doing it. Dungeons and skirmishes, you're guaranteed to finish. They're so easy, almost anyone can solo them. When you hit level 70, you can solo every basic dungeon easily. So random skirmish, join the random queue. That should again pop pretty quickly, and we'll see what we get. Let's always hope for Illusionist Gambit. It's the fastest skirmish to get through. Always hope. Let's see what we get. Let's see how lucky we get. Oh, Throne of the Dwarven Gods. We're getting unlucky today. This is one of the longest ones. Now, you don't want to be the first person to leave. If ever you get a bad skirmish or a bad dungeon and you think, oh man, I'm just going to leave straight away. As soon as you abandon your group, you have to wait 30 minutes before you can queue for the next thing. So don't be that person that leaves first. If someone leaves first and you want to leave second, yeah, go for it. That's fine. There's no penalty for doing that. But the person who leaves first will have a 30-minute penalty. This skirmish takes a little bit longer, requires a little bit of coordination. I'll make a guide at some point for how to do this skirmish, but for now specifically, I'm just going to speed the video up, run through it, and then show you the Astral Diamond bonus at the end. This skirmish is one of the most time-consuming and without a doubt the worst one I could have been put into, but you have to admit that some days you're the pigeon and some days you're the statue. Okay, so we finished the Throne of the Dwarven thingy, whatever it's called again, Throne of the something, and we got our daily rewards. See, my random queue rewards, 7,590. I also got a Ring of Rising Deflect +1, because it's actually a rule that you're not allowed to get any good rewards in this game ever. So I've done my daily dungeon and I've done my daily skirmish with another toon. Now here comes the trick. I want to transfer the Astral Diamonds that I've made using this toon onto my main to kind of consolidate all the Astral Diamonds together. So I'm going to press I, open up my inventory, go to refine, so I've got 17,000 there. I'll refine them. I've now got 17,000 refined. I'm now going to put them onto my main toon, and I do this by going to the Zen to Astral Diamond exchange. Now if you're playing on PC, you know that attempting to buy Zen is an absolute joke. It will just never happen. So we're going to put the price at 100 Astral Diamonds. I'm going to try and buy Zen for 100 Astral Diamonds. You can guarantee it's never going to happen ever. I've got enough to afford to attempt to buy 170. See how that will cost 17,000, and I've got 17,000. So I'm going to post that. When I post it, I can click on listings, and you'll see here all the attempts at buying all the listings that you've got. So I'm attempting to buy 170 at 100 each. That's never going to ever sell, ever. But I've made that listing with this toon. What I can now do is change character back to the toon that I want the Astral Diamonds on. So I want the Astral Diamonds on my main Hunter Ranger up here. So switch characters back. Once you have switched characters back, I'll show you what we do. Loading into Port Nyanzaru, which is the current hub of the expansion that I'm playing in. Cryptic may change this method in the future, I don't know. They seem to have a habit of finding out what works and then stopping it. So I'm back on the toon that I want all the Astral Diamonds on. I'm going to open the Zen to Astral Diamond exchange, and if I click listings, you'll see there's the listing I made with the other toon. If I click cancel and then go back to the main buy Zen tab here, down here you'll see it says exchange balance. This is like a holding area for all of the Astral Diamonds that you were trying to buy Zen with. That's the 17,000. That's the 17,000 that came off the previous toon. If I click withdraw on this toon and then choose withdraw all, it will put those 17,000 onto this toon, into my toon's inventory. I can have up to 5 listings at any one time. So what I can do is take 5 toons, do the daily dungeon and the daily skirmish to get the highest amount of AD bonuses, attempt to buy Zen for a phenomenally low price on all of them simply to create the listing, then go on to the toon that I want all the Astral Diamonds on, cancel all of the listings and withdraw those Astral Diamonds by going back to the Buy Zen tab and clicking withdraw from my exchange balance. Does this take time? Yes, you will have to run several toons through several dungeons, but it is constant, it is consistent, and it requires almost nothing from you. If you are level 70 and well geared, you can be the high level player that pulls the other people through the dungeon or through the skirmish. If you are still leveling and still gearing up, you will likely get given a level 70 who is able to pull you through the dungeon. Now, a couple of notes before I finish this video that I want to just reiterate again. The total time taken to take, for me, 10 toons through this is between 2 and 3 hours. Just writing something down quickly. So, between 2 and 3 hours. And in that time, I can make roughly 170,000 Astral Diamonds. It's not, world-changing amounts of money. But it's constant, it's a decent supply, and it will get you some okay equipment and runes. Now, you may not have enough character slots. You may not have loads of character slots to do this with. You might only have 1 or 2, in which case you are limited. How do we change that? Well, we go to the Zen market, we scroll down to services, and you purchase more character slots. Normally, they will cost 500 Zen. This is expensive. How much is 500 Zen going to set us back? Let's have a look. So 500 Zen on the PC right now, if I were to buy 500 at the maximum price, it's going to cost me $250,000. That sounds a lot, but remember, I can now make $250,000 in just under 2 days. You won't be able to at the start, but they always have sales on character slots. I think I picked up 10 character slots when they had a massive 90% off sale. If a character slot is cheap, you pick it up, because the more character slots you have, the more character slots you can do this with. If you don't have that much free time every day, you're not going to need 10 character slots. To say again, don't ruin anyone's experience doing this. If you are, wanting to get Astral Diamonds, that's great, it's a premium currency, but please do not ruin anyone's dungeon experience to get money. It's not worth it. Don't put getting rich ahead of people having fun. It's an MMO. Make sure the new characters, the new players are enjoying it as well. Don't be lazy in your runs. If you're running behind people and you know they're going to carry you, I still want to see some effort. They still want to see some effort from you. Try, help them, especially if you're a buff class. Support them. And for all those people who are going to comment saying, you should just run the best dungeons in the game, this guide is for all of us who can't. It takes time, but it is constant. You will get there. You will get Astral Diamonds, you will use it to buy everything, and you will slowly level up. Once you have done that, you can do the epic dungeons, you can do the epic trials, there are weeklies that you can do. I'll make a more in-depth guide for that, but this is how you get Astral Diamonds onto one toon. What I've now got to do is go and do the daily dungeon and the daily skirmish on 8 more toons, create 8 more listings, cancel 8 more listings, and put all those AD onto my one toon. So thank you very much for your time, thank you for watching, good luck, have fun. My name is Josh Strife Hayes. Feel free to drop me a message sometime, and I will see you in the game. Take care.